Hey guys, it's me Pamela. I'm back for another video, and in today's video I have what I got for my birthday. So my birthday was on Good Friday, so the 18th of April, so a week ago last Friday. Today is Monday. Well, a week ago on Friday, today's Monday. And I just haven't found the time to film because I've been like off for 3 weeks, but everybody with all the public holidays and everything else has been someone home with me, and I've been concentrating on a lot of like things that I need to do around the house, and so I didn't get to film it, and now it's like 4:30 in Monday evening, and I'm like, you know what? Nobody is home. Like, do you know how good it feels to come home? Like, I finished work at 1 o'clock, so I got home about 1:30. I walked into the door. My husband literally had left like 5 minutes before me because I walked in the door and I could smell his like aftershave and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, he's just gone. And my son got called in early to work, so he's at work until 6 o'clock, so he doesn't get home until about 6:30. So it's just been me and the dogs. And when I got home, the dogs were super happy to see me. Abby's jumping up like she's a little puppy dog again, even though she's like 7. She's just turned 7. Yeah, she's acting like a little puppy dog. But anyway, this is what I got for my birthday. I did get a lot of cash and a lot of gift vouchers, so I'm not going to show you that. But I did get the slushy maker. This thing is cool. It's like my new toy. I don't think... Have I got it on right? Yeah, I got it on right. It's on right now. It's my new toy. It's like my baby. Like, every time I do my food shop, I'm like, what can I add to my delivery, to my food shop, because I get my food home delivered. What can I get that I can use in this? And so far we've done like, well, I did a Costco order the day before my birthday to get a mud cake here because I forgot to buy a birthday cake for myself. And so my husband was like, I'll pick you one at the cheesecake shop. Well, we looked at the cheesecake shop prices, and my son was like, oh my God, Mum, it's like $40 odd for a small, tiny little cake. And I'm like, yeah, maybe not. And then I was like, you know what, let's just get one from Costco because it's $30 and it's 2.5 kilos. It's huge. I ended up having to cut a lot of it up and put it in the freezer for another weekend when I'm going to defrost it probably during the winter and do like a bread and butter pudding, but instead of using bread, I'll use cake. So we'll see how that goes. And there's a couple of things that I want to make or create with it. But anyway, got a Ninja slushy maker. And the reason why I was mentioning Costco is because of the chocolate milk. I got chocolate milk from Costco. That did okay. You have to add cream, and I did cream and condensed milk. It was fine, but I think I have to tweak it a little bit because it wasn't perfect. I have done a lot of soft drinks in there. Wonderful. I've done Coke. I've done Coke with whiskey. I've done lemonade with Bilson's, and then I've done lemonade with Bilson's with vodka. I've done like quite a few things in there. Yeah, so I'm mucking around with that, getting all the controllers and getting the settings worked out and stuff like that. It's a learning curve. They do give you a few recipes. I am actually thinking about buying a recipe book off of Amazon though. Hopefully this week my pay's better because my manager, my old manager, stuffed my pay around last week, so I didn't get paid. I was down in my pay by $300, and I was like, oh, that's going to be like a hard week. So this week I'll get reimbursed. So I might look at buying a book maybe. So that was one of my main birthday presents. The next one was a computer chair. Now I can't go over there and show you the computer chair because I'm afraid around my computer is like so messy. So you can see in the background the big tall black chair, but I have not cleaned up around there, and I have been doing lots of arts and crafts, and there's a couple of things there that I'm working on that I don't want people to see because they do watch my channel, and it's for their birthday. So I don't want to go filming over there because I don't want to pack it up, because if I pack it up, then it deters me from finishing it. If it's left there, then I've got no choice but to finish it before I pack it away. So I got a computer chair, and it looks like this anyway, and it's in black. It's comfortable. It's from Amazon. I don't know, you can like use a QR code if you want to and go and have a look, but my husband bought it for me. was on sale on Amazon. I think he ended up saving something like $60, but the sale's over now because he got it pre-birthday kind of thing. Let's see where I'm going to start off with. I did pick up a Mimco little purse. I have a Mimco bag, and it's like a small, like, body bag, but their bag's not really big. And the thing is, I just noticed one of my crafting items is just, like, on the chair over there. Oh, dear. It's, like, lopsided. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. My phone just started blowing up, and it's like, a parcel is being delivered, and I'm like, what is going on? Okay, I ordered some stuff off of a shop that I'm not going to mention names on Facebook, that I'm not going on YouTube, that I'm not going to do a video of. But anyway, I did get a Mimco purse. I have a Mimco bag. What was I saying? I was saying something about the bag. I have a Mimco bag. The problem is they're very small, and I like to chuck cards that are not in my purse in my bag, so that when I'm like going to shops, I just reach in and I look for the card and I pay for it. I did buy a pink kind of coin purse, which I thought was going to hold cards, and it does, but it's very tight, and I want something that I can open and have a look for the card, not that I have to rip everything out to have a look, and it only holds so many. So I did get a wallet, just a smaller one to put my cards and my loose coin. Not that I ever have any loose coin. The sun is like literally shining right in the wrong spot. So I did get that. The next thing, and some of these things have been used, by the way, because it has been over a week since my birthday. But one of the things that my mother-in-law bought me is this candle. And I didn't even know this company existed. But this is a Wickware Australian. I'm not even going to pronounce that C word. It's made in Australia. It's hand-poured soya wax with essential oils, but it looks like a white barn. Is it a white barn? I don't know. I order candles from Bodywork, and they come in with this white branded one, but most of the time it's like Bath and Body Works. It's giving me Bath and Body Works vibes, but it smells amazing. And she's like, always buys me a candle, and I was like, that actually smells really good, and the color is really, really pretty. It's like a lilac color. I really like. Then I got something. Hang on. Then I got gifted this set that I've taken out and that I have used, and there is a dog hair on there because you know what? I live with a Border Collie, and if you've never owned a Border Collie, then you won't know that their hair goes everywhere. Like everywhere. You find it in the most strangest places that you don't think you'll find hair, but they do. And I've gone from an American Staffy, so she's not that hairy. Like if she rolls on her belly, she's got no hair on her belly, she's got no hair under her underarms, there's barely any hair around her ears. Like she's a very hairless dog. A very light hairless dog, but they don't have a lot of hair. And then we've got the Border Collie, and oh my god, it is like snowball, like not snowball, what are those things called when it storms and they roll in circles? I don't know, but it's like those things inside my house, but in hairballs. Like I'll be walking around, next minute this thing is rolling next to me. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, oh my god, it's like a huge hairball just rolling around the floor. And they come from the most stupidest places, because I do like sweep often, but there's places in my house that I don't really sweep that I should, and I'm like, okay. Especially like places where, like under the lounge and stuff like that, it kind of just comes out, and I'm like, oh my god. So, and I can't move my lounge because my lounge is too heavy, and it takes like 5 of us to lift it. So heaven knows what I'm going to do when it does eventually die and I have to replace it. But anyway, that's why there was a hair on there. So I got a waxing set. It's from, originally I've seen it on Kmart, and someone picked it up for me, but they couldn't get it at Kmart, but they tried Target, and Target had it. So I got this little wax kind of bowl thing, and this is a microwave one with a spatula. As you can see, I used it. I'm actually proud of myself because I waxed for the first time on the weekend because I'm getting older. I'm like 43, and I've got a couple of health conditions, diseases that cause me to have a lot of hair, and so I'm forever shaving my bloody chin, like my chin. And so I was like, well, you know what, I have plucked it. I've got like a lot of those plucking things that you can get, the cheap things that you can pluck your hair out with. I've got a lot of those and they work really well. But once you start with that, you know how painful it's going to be. So you keep having to go over the places because sometimes it tries to rip the hair out, but it doesn't get the hair totally. And then you're like, oh no, now I have to re-go over that and it's painful. So I thought I'd give waxing a try. And you know what? I absolutely like it. I was like, oh wow, like it was satisfying when you rip the wax off and you've seen all the hair on there. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm going to see how long it lasts. On my chin. So far it's been like 3 days. Oh, sorry about that. But the kit came with these sweet wax melts. They're just like this. This part. And then the person that did get it said to me that she got me another one because she said, you know, like, I don't know when you're going to go back again, and it's just handy to have. And where I work, the shopping centre that I work, there is no like real store to shop at for this kind of stuff, so I have to wait for the supermarket to open, which is in July, so it's not that far away. And then she got me 2 applicating tools as well because she thought maybe I would want to wax my legs. So maybe because this is quite little, she said maybe you might want a bigger one, so she got me that. So that's fantastic. Oh, actually, she did give me a few things. I just gotta like pause the video. I forgot about these products. I was like, they're in my bathroom. I knew I was going to have to grab them out. But along with that waxing stuff, she did buy me a facial foam cleanser. Oh my God. If you're in Australia, you need to get on top of this. This is super, super cool. It's even got like, it's a foaming one, but it's got like a little brush. These are like silicone little, they're very soft. And she got me this one, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, I've never really seen anything like this, but this looks kind of cool. It smells amazing. It is, I don't know what it is. Oh, another bloody name I can't read. I'll just show it to you. Come on, focus. Oh, it's not going to focus. Hang on, wait, let me... Ah, there we go. So it's just called that. That's all it's got on there. But it smells super good. And this little brush does come off. So the like little scrubbing part. So that if you need to soak it or wash it even better, you can. You have to use this part though. But it comes out really nice. A little bit goes a very long way. And I have enjoyed it. It's actually made my face feel really, really clean. And then I just got some of this stuff. And then this is what I like as well. It's a moisturizing, it's called Moisturizer Boom. Lifting and brightening. An intense moisturizing cream. And it looks like this. And now I've got oil of Olay or whatever it is. Olay or what, I can't pronounce it. I've got all of that stuff. I was using that, but I noticed after using that, my face is really like shiny. So I'm going to say it's like, it gets really, with those kind of creams, it gets really oily. Like, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like going out my face looking like it's a big bright, like grease. Like, it looks greasy. That's what I mean. It looks greasy. It's horrible. So I was like, oh, I'll just use this and check it out. Oh no, that is like a really, really good one. So, I thought I was getting a coffee maker, a pod coffee maker. I told a person that I was going to get a coffee pod maker from Aldi, but I didn't get one. And now I think I might have to get one in the next couple of weeks because she did go and buy me 2 packets of these capsules. So there's 16 in each pack. This one is a Neapolitan hot chocolate. And this one here is just a white hot chocolate. She did pick me up those two. I do apologize to the person. I didn't have a pods machine, but I think I'm going to go buy one anyway. So, because, I don't know, I do like to drink a different lot of hot chocolates and coffees, but I'm not sure if I want to invest in one. Like, it sounds so strange to people, but I'm like not really heavily fussed on those kind of coffee machines. But I mean, I've got other coffee machines here. Like, I've got like the whole espresso machine, and I've got like a frappe maker and stuff like that. Anyway, that's another story. So, hang on. I just realised in the next kind of few items that I am going to show you, I had a black one, but now I don't know where it's gone. I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere in my house. So, a family member of mine is like heavily into Temu as well, like I am. And she bought me quite a few pieces, because she was like, I hope you like them. If you don't, pass them on to people, because I can't return them because they come from Temu. And I kind of laughed at her, and I was like, okay. But she did pick me up 2 sets of headbands. So there was this purple one, and there was a black one that was identical to this. That's the one I'm missing, the black one. And then she picked me up this really cool kind of like silver one. It's black with silver through it, because I like my headbands. And you know what? I keep bitching because stupid me leaves them in places where Sky can get them. And I don't know if it's the scent of me on there or what it is, but she's destroyed so many of my headbands. So I'm like, I'm lucky that they're only a couple of dollars. And if you go into the shops here, Abby, no, come here. If you go into the shops here in Australia, headbands are like $5-6. So I don't know, there's like people doing works out the front of our house. So, of course, you know, being home alone, my dogs always want to protect me, so they're going to bark a little bit. But yeah, headbands are so much cheaper from Temu than it is to buy in the shops. And when I say like the ones here in Australia in the shops are like $5 to $6, they're just plain ones, like plain coloured ones. You don't get patterns or nothing. If you want pattern ones, you're looking at more prices. So I thought that was really good. Then she found out that I was getting the slushy machine, and she bought me a whole heap of these like like they're straw spoons. I think that's what you call them, straw spoons. And she did get me them, and I thought that they were really cool. So they just look like this. You can obviously suck out of them, and they got the spoon. I mean, once you get down lower, you can't suck out of them because the spoon will hit down. But I thought that they were really cute, and I don't know how many is in a packet. Oh my god, I'm chucking everything at the moment. It does not say. Oh yeah, 10 pieces. So she got me 10 pieces. So there's a variety of colours. There's a blue, and a green, an orange, a pink, a purple. There's all kinds of colours there, and I thought that were really good. I probably put them in the straw part of the slushy stuff that I got there. You'll see that in a video, so don't worry about that. A couple of things that I took out the box already, because we had hard rubbish collection, recyclable collection on my birthday, so I took out half the boxes to do this. She got me a cleansing brush for your face. It comes with 4 different attachments. So it's got the one on top, and then it's got these 3. I don't know what that one is. Oh, it's got little silver balls on it. Okay, these 3. And then you charge it with a charging cable. I had an expensive one of these. You charge it at the bottom where the white part is. I had an expensive one. I paid about $260 for my last one. And you know what? I've had it for about... I got it post my son getting cancer. So he's been gone 4 years this year. So I got about 5 to 6 years ago. And my son likes it. It was a battery operated one. So it had batteries in it. But the batteries lasted forever. And he decides that he needs batteries for his controller. For his mouse, because his mouse is like battery operated, and he takes the backing off of my things, and then I'm not sure. I come in and start cleaning up. Like, I go through stuff, like I go through drawers and I'll be like, oh, what's this back to? I don't know. I'll chuck it away because I'm like, well, I don't know what it belongs to. It's probably something that my son's thrown away that it's a backing to. And then, yeah, I went to go just before my birthday. I went to go and, well, it's probably March. I went to go and have a look for it because I'm like, oh, I really could start using that with my skin getting so horrible as it is. And I went to look for it and I was like, where's the backing? And I looked everywhere and it's totally gone. And I was not in a good mood. But I had it for 6 years and it lasted long. So my friend said, have a Temu one until you want to buy another one again. But I don't, if this is going to work, I don't really see myself buying. Oh, I really don't see myself buying another one. This is cool. So she got me some Friday earrings. So they say Friday because it's like, you know, yeah, it's Friday. Friday, yeah. Friday or whatever it is. They look like they're so cute. They look like that. I think I'm going to have to, yeah, I think you have to take the backing off, like the protective film over it. But it says Friday. I have 2 pairs of Friday earrings. The other 2 are quite heavy. These are very, very light, like very, very light, which I'm glad they are because, oh, the other ones were way too big. Some of them you get from Temu are so huge that I have to, like, I've got my ears pierced 3 times on each side. Sometimes you have to take them out in order just to wear these other ones because the base of them is so big. Then I said I was wanting to get into waxing and I got, a friend of mine picked me up that waxing kit. But my niece has one of these and she said that these are fantastic. They look like this. It come like this is like one of those. I think it like. No, maybe it doesn't. I thought it might like bunch up, but you put it in a wax warmer, and so that way you don't need to clean the wax warmer. You just clean out this, and wax doesn't stick to silicone, so it's like a replacement one. I was saying that, like, I want one of those wax warmers, but I don't know how you clean it if it's metal. So she got me one of those. She said she uses this one. She said she loves it. Like she said, it's so easy to pop out and get out the wax when it's cold. So, and I mean, I guess so because, you know, you use like hot glue guns, and if you put hot glue on silicone, it doesn't stick. Same with epoxy. If you put epoxy on silicone, it doesn't stick either. And then she just got me a bigger one of these, but this one, unlike the silicone ones, this is plastic, so it doesn't move that much, so I'm not sure if I would snap that if I had to. And the last thing she got, because I was bitching, we went out like for dinner with them like February, I think, and I was really angry when we got out to dinner. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, do you know how many freaking pairs of tweezers that I bought? Like, I swear, if I clean up like every single drawer in my house, I would probably have about 50, 60 different pairs of bloody tweezers. Like, I don't know where they disappear. Like, I just don't. Like, I keep getting them and then they disappear. And I'm pretty sure my son takes them all. I'm pretty sure if I get a metal detector or one of those things that, you know, like, you can put like down and the metal sticks to it, I'll probably get like a million forks and a million pairs of tweezers. So she got me this little pouch, and inside the pouch, and I'm trying my hardest to keep them in there, is 4 of these tweezers. Now, I'm not going to hide it, because if I hide it, I won't remember where it is, but I'm going to put it somewhere special, that my son doesn't find them, because he will go to every single, like, kit that I've got and get out the tweezers. Like, I kid you not, I don't know how, and this kid, apparently, my son gets splinters in his foot quite a fair bit, and me and my husband are sitting there scratching our heads thinking, maybe it's dog hairs, because I get dog hairs in my feet. Maybe it's dog hairs, because how can you get so many splinters in your freaking foot? We've got floorboards, but me and my husband walk over them all the time. The same direction as my son, in the same pattern. There's only one way to and from to walk down, and so we don't understand. So she got me a pair of these, and I was like, I'm going to put them somewhere. My son hasn't seen them, so that's the good thing. I was laughing when I seen them because I hid them, and he's like, "What are you laughing at, Mum?" And I'm like, "Nothing. You don't need to worry about it. It's fine. Like, we're fine." Then my son. So he works for the same company that I work for. He's just in a different location. And he has been doing a lot of overtime because they don't have enough workers where he works. They're trying to hire people, but it is hard to get people. Like, people do want the job. They just don't want the job because it doesn't involve enough hours for people's liking. And I get it. Like, I'm on a contract, so I'm guaranteed hours. But some of these casuals, sometimes they hardly get any hours. So I get it. Like, nobody wants to work like in a job where you're maybe getting 3 hours a week when you could go for a job and you can get full time. So I get it. But my son's working all these extra hours. And he said to me he's going to buy me something really, really good for my birthday. I was like, okay. Here's a friend, this girlfriend, friends. They've known each other since they were in kindy. There's nothing between them, but they've been close mates. And she's got boyfriends. Like, she picks the wrong guys because, like, a few times she's caught him up crying because the guys really, like, treated her nasty and stuff like that, and he's gone to Abby to rescue her. But they're close, and so she's like, "What are you going to your mum for birthday?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know, I'm just going to give her money." And she's like, "No, you need to give her a present." So she took him to Peter Alexander. So if you're in Australia, I have hauled Peter Alexander pajamas before. I love them. They're an Australian company. I do know that I think they have stores in like New Zealand and the UK, and they do ship worldwide. I don't know how much that shipping is going to be, and I don't know if things from Australia or outside of the USA is going to cause all these tariffs and stuff like that. I don't know. But Peter Alexander pajamas are very on the expensive side, but they're also got the quality to back them up. So I don't, like, when I buy them, I don't mind because I know the quality is really, really good. And I live in my pajamas. Like, I live in my pajamas all year round. And so, not like I've got different sets that I use. Of course, I'm not going to wear summer ones in winter because it gets cold. But he picked me up this set. So I can't really get it into the camera view. Obviously, it's got the little Peter Alexander sausage dog on there. This is a really cute pink one. It is like, I don't know if you can see it, the material of it. It's very different. It's very like, I don't know what it's made out of. Let me have a look, see if they've got what it's made out of. Because it's like, it feels really, really good. Viscose 95%, elasticine 5%. The trim has bamboo 30% cotton, of viscose bamboo 70%, and 30% cotton. Made in China. Of course, everything is made in China. Oh, that sun is starting to hit that spot right there, isn't it? Let me pause that. All right, that's a bit better. So the sun literally faces towards my back of the house at the end of the day. So it was coming, I've got the curtains open so the dogs can go in and outside of the house, but the curtains open mean the sun's coming through. So these feel really, 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 really nice. The only thing I'm going to say is that I did put these on. I wore them one night and I said to my husband, I don't know how to say this, but I've got an older adult living with me, right? Like, I want things to cover me up. But I was like to my husband, can you see like my boob under this? And he's like, yeah, I can. And I was like, okay, I need to go and grab a singlet like to put under there. But yeah, that's what the material, what it is. And then, because Peter Alexander don't sell their pajamas in sets, you have to buy like the top or the bottom. Sometimes you can get a set, but then you have to go like for the same size. So it either comes in like a, you know, like I'm a 2+ in the bottom, but I like a 3+ in the top. You have to go for like a 2 in the top and a 2 in the bottom if you want to. A 3 in the bottom is too big for me, but I do like my tops looser because when I wiggle in bed, I don't want it to be super tight on me. And the pajama bottoms look like this. They're like really cool material. This here actually does work. So if they come in and they're a little bit big, you can like tie them up a bit. They have working pockets in them. And these ones smell. These ones smell so good. No, they feel so good, and they're made out of pretty much the same material as the top, which is actually kind of crazy because I thought that the top feels a lot different than the pants, but they're like a really pretty set there, and my dogs are going to start barking. Then this is the kicker. So he got that on sale, and she was able to get 20% off as well because they had like a deal. Now, I've had dressing gowns in the past. I tend to buy mine from Kmart. No shame on people that buy them from Kmart, but the ones that I've had, you can wash them a couple of times and then they go yuck. I've had ones that feel like, I don't know, ones that are big and fluffy. Like, a dressing gown to me should be something that keeps you warm, right? And so the ones that I've bought have just been horrible. Like, they're really, really horrible. I don't know. They're horrible made. I don't know what else to say, guys. Like, I really don't. And so I don't like them, but I've been after a dressing gown because I have nosy neighbours, okay? Or the lady across the road. I don't know if she's sick at the moment or what's going on, but she has her son, she has her grandson, she has like another like daughter that comes and visits, and then she brings like, and that brings people, and they're always out the front. Like, I want to get up in the morning, do some work, put some rubbish out in the bin, whatever, and like you go out there and you're like, there's people that literally are watching me across the street. And I was like, you know, like in the summer you're in kind of like winter pajamas, but I'm like, I don't really want to go out in the middle of the cold just like that kind of thing and whatever. So I was like, I really want a dressing gown. And so I said to my son, you can pick me up one for Mother's Day if you want to. So he was like, yeah, okay, because by the time Mother's Day comes around, it's going to be really warm. But this friend of my son's took him to Peter Alexander, and this is a kicker. He got a dressing gown, and he told me that it was $120 or $129, $129.99. Sorry, get it right in a minute. It was $129.99 marked down to just $40. Like, he's like $39.99. He's like, Mum, I could not resist it, and I can't really show you it on. It is huge, like huge. I'm talking, this thing goes right down to my ankles. Most dressing gowns that I've picked up either go just above the kind of knee or just under the kind of knee. I've never owned one that goes right to the bottom of the ground. And not only that, there's enough room in here that it kind of overlaps, so it kind of hugs you like a blanket. And I'm just like, I've only used it twice so far since my birthday. But the weather isn't really being like, it was cold on my birthday. No, it was actually warm on my birthday, but the next 2 days after my birthday, it kind of rained most of the time. It was really windy and really cold. So I've been used it those 2 times, but since then it hasn't really been cold again. So I haven't got my use, but this is the colour that it came in. I can't get it in the video. It is huge. It's got pockets. It's got these really long, like kind of long things. It is like thick. This sky hair, I told you there's hair everywhere when you own a Border Collie. And it goes right down to my ankles. I'm going to get it out of the thing. He was like, Mum, I was like, when I opened it, because he gave me into this big gift bag, and I was like, mate, did you really buy me a dressing gown from Peter Alexander? He's like, yeah, Mum, but it was like $129.99 down to $39.99 on sale, because I don't know why they had a sale, but they had a big sale on them. And I was like, okay. It's like, I had to get it for you, because even if you go to Kmart, you're going to spend $40 on a dressing gown. Well, not really. I said to him, yeah, you're probably more likely to get them for like $20 to $30. He's like, yeah, but the quality is not going to be as good as Peter Alexander. So it's like, okay. Then, that was like prior to my birthday. So I think he bought this back in, I'm not going to lie, but I think he bought this back in like January or February. So when our summer was still summer and these were winter, so they were doing a clear out before the winter stock came in, and so that's why he got them really cheap, because they're not on the website anymore. Like, I've seen them on the website. I didn't see them. He's seen them on the website, and he said they're not on there anymore. So I was like, oh, okay. So he did get them on sale. So bless his little heart that he got that. Then he came home Saturday just gone, because he did it like he got me those for my birthday. Then he said, Mum, guess what? And I said, what? He goes, I got you something for your birthday. I was like, mate, you already got me stuff for my birthday. He's like, nah, Mum, I got you something way better. I was like, what? And he goes, something that you're really gonna like. And he pulls out the back, and I'm like, oh my god. So if you've seen, I have a pink kitchen, I have a pink Smeg toaster and kettle, I have a pink KitchenAid, I have a pink NutriBullet, I got a pink Smeg frother. I do have containers for sugar, coffee and tea, but they're ones that I made. I'm going to show you guys the ones that I made. I will literally show you guys the ones that I made. But he's seen these and he was like, Mum, the writing looks exactly like Smeg. So he got me these canisters. So they come in tea, coffee. I haven't put any tea bags in. I put a little bit of coffee because that's all I had left. And then sugar, which someone hasn't shut properly. Okay, I can't get that to shut properly at the moment because I can't put any pressure on my shoulder, because I done something to my shoulder that I shouldn't have. So I have to wait to see a doctor. But he bought me the tea, coffee and sugar set. He did tell me that there were like bread bins, utensil jars, like utensil kind of things to put your utensils in. He said there's a few pink utensils, and then there was a pink bread bin, and I got some money off my mum that I didn't know what I was going to buy, so I might buy the matching set to this because this was cool. But the ones that I actually personally made, and they're a little bit dirty because I didn't clean it down, was like these ones. I'm running out of room here. Let me show you. They look like this. Let me pull this right back. That's better. They look like this, right? So obviously I done the coffee. That's what the bottom looks like, okay? You can see it's a hot mess. And then the lid. The lid doesn't really match the coffee canister. I painted these with like acrylic paint. So I spray painted them white because they're like, oh, I'll show you. It's pretty dirty. White inside. Oh, it smells like coffee. I painted it white inside. And then what I did was I mixed acrylic paint with water and I let it drip down there. Once it had fully dried, I then went ahead with some, hang on. Did I do that? No, I didn't do that. So I didn't drip it down with acrylic paint. What I did was I mixed the acrylic paint with epoxy and let it dry down and seen what it looked like. Then once it was all dried, I went over with the coffee logo and then went and painted epoxy over the top to seal it in. Except it really didn't turn out how I liked, because I started realizing that there was a lot of and I might even be wear and tear. Okay, but I've had these for probably like 5-6 years now. No, even longer. I reckon they're like 7 or 8 years, because I couldn't find pink ones. And I do like the method of it. It's just after a while the epoxy starts going horrible, and you notice, you do notice. So when people use them, they kind of notice that it's not perfect, but it was made by me. Hang on. Sorry about that. But yeah, after a while they kind of get some wear and tear to them. So this is what I got for my birthday. Now, one of my birthday traditions is taking, sorry, you can hear the toilet. There we go, it stopped. I've had to leave the bathroom door open because my husband had a shower before he went for work, and he doesn't turn the exhaust fan on because the exhaust fan has stopped working because we can't use it. But then he fogs it all up, and I'm like, oh my god, like, open the freaking door. Keep the door bloody opened to let some of the like steam out and whatever. It's a long story with that one. I'm still bloody house training him, I think. So I have a tradition on my birthday. Okay. if my birthday falls during the week, like if it falls on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, or Friday, I generally take the day off for my birthday. Sometimes I might take the day off before my birthday and on my birthday, but most of the times I at least book my birthday off because I do not want to work on my birthday. And so what generally I get up and do is back in the day I would get up and I would get my kids off to school. I would get the husband off to work. I'd have like my morning coffee and then I'd venture out for the day. And I'd go to some location, like some shopping centre that perhaps I'm not going to say that I haven't been to because I've pretty much been to almost every shopping centre here in South Australia. But I generally go to ones that I perhaps wouldn't go on a normal basis. So I'm talking I live in the western suburbs. So I'm kind of right down towards the Outer Harbour Way. I don't want to give locations of where I live, but in the Outer Harbour direction way. I've got river one side of me and ocean the other side of me. And so my local shopping centre is Port Adelaide, right? But they don't have a lot of stuff there. So the next one is West Lakes, which I go to quite a lot. But I do like to try to go to different shopping centres that I don't really get a chance to get to, like maybe Marion or Tea Tree Plaza or maybe the city, although the city is quite easy to get to, but they just don't have a lot of stores like the suburban shopping centres do. So I like to do that. Now, my birthday was on a Good Friday, and I have a rule. I always say this to anybody that works in retail or who starts in work in retail. There are 2 days a year where I absolutely hate working in retail, and that is Christmas Eve, because every man and his dog are out frantically because they've left everything to the last minute, or at the last minute they've forgotten people, or at the last minute their shopping plans change and they're all out at the shopping centres and it goes full bonkers and people are crazy. And then it is the day before Good Friday, so it's the Thursday before Good Friday. And if you're not in Australia, for Easter in the state that I am in, Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday are all classed as public holidays. Well, my husband tells me that Saturday is classed as a public holiday. I don't know about that, but in retail, there's technically 4 days over Easter. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Now, here in Australia, the shops are only opened on the Saturday. So they're closed Friday, Sunday and Monday. Okay, so people go bonkers. They literally go nuts. It's like the freaking world is ending. It's like they need to do all their shopping on the Thursday because they can't get to a shop otherwise. Now, I get it. A lot of people go away. A lot of people venture out. A lot of people think, oh, it's a 4-day weekend. Let's go out, especially when it's school holidays as well, because the kids were back at school this week. And we had Friday off because of Anzac Day, and then that Monday was Easter Monday. So the kids all went back to school today. A lot of them did. So it's a good venture out for any families, especially if you work Monday to Friday. You get 4 days off, right? But it's all right, my son's not home yet. But for me, working on the Thursday, it is crazy. People are getting Easter presents. People are getting stuff to go away. People are like, oh my God, the shop's shutting for 4 days. So they've got to get out and get 3 weeks supply of food because, they're going to run out of food. There are places that are open, okay? It might not be shopping centres or your supermarkets, but there's petrol stations or the gas stations if you live in America. Petrol stations, there's little independent IGAs or Foodlands that are open. There are places that are open, and the city is generally opened as well. I think it's only Friday that they're closed. So with that being said, I couldn't go shopping on the Thursday because people are bloody nuts, and I didn't want to go on the Wednesday because I only had been paid, and I do like to go on shopping on Friday or Saturday because by then everything that's needed to come out of my bank account has come out of my bank account, and then I know how much money I've got left. So I didn't want to go on Wednesday. I didn't want to go on Thursday, although I did venture out on Thursday because I did need to get a few things, but it was the moment I got to the shops, I got what I wanted, and I started to walk it out, and just there was stampede of people everywhere. I'm like, oh my God, I really picked a really good time to get in and get out before it gets crazy because I hate it. So what I did was I thought on my birthday, because I knew my husband was working the night shift on the Thursday, so he was working until, I think he worked until 1 or 2 in the morning, I don't know. But I thought I'd get up, make some waffles with some strawberries and some syrup and some whipped cream and a nice cup of hot coffee and sit down, and I did myself a Temu challenge. I would talk more about it in the video, but I did a Temu challenge, and I thought, let's make 43, let's make a list of 43 items that I want to buy from Temu, or things that I'm going to look at buying from Temu. And I did like 43 items. Like, I was so proud of myself. I'm like, oh my God, it sounds pathetic, but I did a 43 challenge of my age. So it was on my birthday. I was 43. I got 43 items. That Temu order has reached here in Australia. So hopefully I will get a video out by the end of the week, hopefully. But I can't wait to show you guys, because it's something that I've never done before. I'm actually going to start the video and I'm going to show you everything that I have, like the whole list, so that you know. So it's just a challenge that I set myself for my birthday, and it was really good because my husband was asleep, my son was asleep, and like the whole morning, I think it took me from about, because I did sleep in a little bit, so I think it took me from about 8:30 to I think about 1:30 to complete. It was like a long thing, and I was like, I wasn't just like typing in things that I was looking for. I was going into categories and like looking really hard and stuff like that. So I can't wait to show you guys that video. I thought it was really cool, and by the time like my husband got up, I had just literally finished it, and so then I could spend some time with him. And we didn't really do much because the weather was really awful and hot, and I didn't really want to go out, and there was nothing much to do. But anyway, this is what I got for my birthday. It's not a lot. All I wanted this year was a slushy maker and a computer chair. And I did tell my husband to let my son know if he, because he kept asking me what I wanted for my birthday, and I was like, well, talk to your dad, you can chip in some money for like the computer chair and the slushy maker. But my husband paid for it all. So, he bought me some other things, and I was glad. Like, I'm really cute for these canisters. I don't know why that is playing up all of a sudden. Oh, it's just flipped over. Okay, there we go. That's better. Sorta. No? Oh my. It's in there properly. It just doesn't want to close. Okay. Oh, there we go. Got it on. I was like, why isn't it closing? I just had to wiggle the thing around. So yeah, this is what I got for my birthday. I will do a 43 challenge for my 43rd birthday when it does eventually come in. I do have a lot of Temu hauls to come up. I'm in Australia, so Temu is not charging us a lot of extra at all. Like, I have not seen a big price jump in anything. So I don't think they're doing anything with us Australians, although it could change. But I do feel sorry for everyone that's in America that doesn't rely on Temu, but loves Temu like me. Like, I'm sorry, I love Temu. Like, if you take Temu away from me, I'm going to cry, because then I'm going to have to go to, like, Shein or AliExpress, and that's not an option for people in the USA, because they can't, like, go there because they're going to get charges as well. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully soon. Bye.